Hello, my darling angels, my friends. Thank you for joining me here in this perfect now moment, across time and space, as we unite our consciousnesses together with one another. Anyone who ever watches this video at any point in time is connecting to this point in space and time. We're all uniting together. Wow, that's powerful. So, let's see here. Okay, got my selenite for the purification, little tiny pyramids in here making up these molecular crystal structures of pyramids in this selenite. And I'm going to set my intention to aligning with the highest good for all, perhaps even connecting anyone who wants to join in with this, connect our crown chakras with a golden thread up to our higher selves, our future selves. Feeling harmony with all that is, knowing that we are all one consciousness, just playing a little fun game to pretend we're separate beings of consciousness, little separate pixels of the one God, source, love, creator. So let's have fun, let's play a little bit. And put some essential oils on, got the lavender and sandalwood, and also some lang lang. Let me just put some of that on here. And lang lang is very good at helping induce a state of euphoria, bliss. And feeling bliss is really important part of being human. It helps activate our DNA, helps our DNA connect to our ancestors. We tap into the longitudinal array using the longitudinal wave, plasma vortex of our consciousness, to tap into the larger array all around us. And we'll go into that more over time, of what is a longitudinal wave and the ancestor dream line, dream track that Dan Winter talks about frequently in his videos. And of course, go to Dan Winter's YouTube channel, Dan Winter. Go to his YouTube channel if you want to get some of this information straight from the source, including his Planck fire formula, which is the solution to gravity, the most beautiful formula that we will ever know. It is the unifying formula connecting the very tiny Planck level, tiny, to the very large infinite. So, highly recommend you check out his work. You can also go to fractalfield.com, which is one of his many websites, but from there you can find all the other websites. Now, today I want to continue with the sacred geometry drawings, and perhaps if it feels appropriate, if there's time, build a tetrahedron. You can see there's one hanging there behind me that I made in a restaurant with some straws and toothpicks. This is very easy to do. You can just use the materials around you, ideally natural materials if you can, but really anything you have, just to familiarize yourself with these platonic solids. These are the sacred geometry structures that create this entire reality around us all the time. And so by tapping into the shapes of the world around us and harmonizing with them, my perspective is that it allows me anyway to be able to flow better through this reality because I'm in touch with the building blocks, the tiny little structures. Okay, so a couple days ago I did a video showing how to draw two star tetrahedrons. So this is a star tetrahedron. You can see two pyramid shapes embedding with one another. And so in here you have a smaller tetrahedron and a larger tetrahedron. And then in the opposite direction, smaller tetrahedron and a larger tetrahedron. So if you were looking down onto you could say a three-sided pyramid, meaning three sides on the top and one side on the bottom, you can see that 1, 2, 3. So anyway, but let's continue here. I've got the lavender essential oil to help me relax a little bit and ground down. So just like the video where we drew the star tetrahedrons and the 4 tetrahedrons here. We're going to start just by drawing a circle with a center point in the middle of the paper. And you can use a protractor if you want, but feel free to just freehand it. This does not need to be perfect. In fact, sometimes just by drawing it by hand, you can really connect even more deeply into that energy. So just start with a center circle, and I'm going to use this protractor here to do so. Put a little dot in the center. Okay, so there you have the center circle. Now from here, let's draw a circle above and a circle below. Directly above and directly below. And then just make sure you got your center point here. So we've got 3 circles, pretty simple. Now from here, let's do 4 more circles, each with a center point. 2 right here and 2 right here, to have a total of 7 circles, 1 in the middle, surrounded by 6. So we've got all 7 circles there, each with a center point. I'm going to get a ruler. Alright, now from here, So we're drawing an octahedron right now, but so what we're going to do next is connect the top point with this point here and this point here to form a triangle. Just like that. So it's gonna be like this. This is what, something like that. So this is the triangle we're drawing right here, if you're gonna look at it from this angle. Now we're gonna draw these lines. And we're gonna do so by connecting this point with this point, from there to there, and basically all around these 6 outer circles, going to connect the center of each with a straight line. Alright, so there you have it. There's our octahedron. And again, if I hold this like that, you can see how that's an octahedron. And that would sort of, I guess, be what it would look like if it was solid. Now, let's continue and do the 6 outer circles. So I'm going to draw one here, 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 and here. So let's go ahead and do those. Draw those 6 circles now. Always remember, the goal for this is just to act and make art and have some quiet time on your own and connect with the sacred geometry that's all around us. Sometimes just the less we worry about being perfect, the better. Can be an overemphasis on perfection at times, and then we become afraid to do anything for fear of being anything less than perfect, but we already are perfectly imperfect in every now and then. So embracing our imperfection and any little mistakes that happen, and just, oh, that was perfect. There are mistakes. so there we have our outer 6 circles. And now from here I'm just going to do the same thing that I did with the inner octahedron. Connect this circle with this one and this one. And then afterwards connect all of the outer ones to reveal the second octahedron. There you have it. We've got 2 octahedrons, one nested within the other. And if you like, of course, you can continue just to connect the center of each circle to the center of every other circle and complete the fruit of life, or Metatron's cube, however you want to call it. And it's a wonderful meditative exercise. I like doing it at restaurants or waiting for the train or the bus. So here's a fun book that I found at a little used open-air book market. Andares. Leo Andares. Le Monde d'Albaran. So I saw it and just my eye went directly to it. Oh, what is that? And then when I opened it up, Andares in the Scorpio constellation. All you Scorpios out there, watch out for that tail. Careful with that stinging tail. It can hurt a little bit. I've got 2 Scorpio sisters who I love very dearly. Sending love to me. All my Scorpios out there, my Scorpio sisters. So, alright. Now, alright, feels like this is some energy to do some more. So I thought it would be fun, because I already made this little octahedron with toothpicks and beeswax. So I thought it might be fun to do a tetrahedron. Again, this is 2 tetrahedrons nested within, or sort of united together. Sort of like the yin and the yang, male and female. So I thought it might be fun to, together we can do a tetrahedron, this being the octahedron, so let's do a tetrahedron together. But, I mean, it's very simple. You probably don't even need my help to do this, but maybe this is just a fun craft time that we're sharing together. But basically what we're going to do is attach 3 toothpicks together like that. And then 3 more like this, 1, 2, 3, and then 3 at the bottom. It's pretty clear, I think. But hey, let's do it together if you want to. Craft time. As a little girl, I did a lot of crafting with my mother, and it's something I truly appreciate now in retrospect. I'm eternally grateful to her for that. I used to do beading and collages. I really liked the collages, and she would collect. I remember there was a collage she made with mussel shells and snails that we collected from the ocean, growing up in Maine near the ocean, and collecting shells at the beach, and she glued them to like a board with straw flowers that we grew in the garden that year. And it's a really beautiful collage. It's etched in my memory, making collages from natural objects, found objects. You could even make a collage from picked up trash if you wanted and turn little pieces of trash into beautiful artwork. Wouldn't that be fun? So with the beeswax, it's pretty easy to just, you know, sort of dig your fingernail and maybe warm it up a little bit, and then when you roll it around in your fingers, it becomes really warm and pliable. So I'm just sort of making a few here, but you can do whatever you want. So I've got the top of my tetrahedron there. I'm going to connect the... Oh, that's right. What I was describing to you just now was actually inaccurate. I talked about having bottom and then having it go below. That would be two tetrahedrons, one on top of another. Yeah, basically all we're going to do is just... I had octahedron on my brain. Basically, we're just going to now connect 3 at the bottom, and then we're done. Very simple. All of this is very simple and easy to do, including the physics. It just takes effort and motivation and desire to learn. Desire to open the mind. Pretty self-explanatory. Alright, there you have it. It's a tetrahedron, just like we did the other day. You can see how it lines up. Like that. So, alright, I think that was good for today. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for joining me for a little fun craft time. And oh, I'm gonna make a little pillow, heart-shaped pillow with pine needles as the filling. It was another craft we used to do as kids with my mom. It was and then you'd sort of squeeze it and then you smell the pine. So I'm gonna make one, first time in over 30 years. And then I'm going to have a little pocket for a crystal, and maybe put some selenite in the center, so the crystal, whatever crystal goes in the pocket, will always stay clear and pure and purified, because like I've said before in these videos, selenite is the soap of the crystal world. It always stays clean and pure. You don't need to purify it. It's always pure, and then it has the ability to purify other crystals. And if we want to understand the science behind why, just look up the shape and these little pyramids in here. I know I've been saying it a lot if anyone's been watching multiple ones, but it just feels like really exciting for me. It's like, no wonder there's science behind all of this. We can understand these spiritual concepts and what is the science or the physics behind these molecules and atoms that explains the spirituality. It's all explainable. There's no more mysteries. I mean, there's plenty of mysteries, sure, but we are truly in an incredible time to be alive. There's so much ready to come into being now, especially with this incredible Planck fire formula. I did a video. If you want to know what that is, just go to my video, and I explain it in like 15 minutes. It's right there, and you can go to plankfire.com, where Dan Winter has a new book, and he goes into lots of detail about lots of related subjects, and he's created an incredible body of knowledge, and just want to honor him completely. Full gratitude to him for his work and making this discovery that so many before him tried and failed. And of course, there's many people that he, learned from as well, and just gratitude to all these people for looking for this gem of a solution, because we're about to have a lot of fun here on Earth. It's only gonna get better from here. Everything around us can be upgraded to support our life, and now we have the formula to calculate the frequencies that support life, and we have the devices to measure it with the Muse headset that Dan invented with others, and the Flame in Mind app. I know Patrick Bodie's involved in that. We can literally measure the life force of a building, measure the life force of a tree, and know whether it's going to live or die. And that is the implosion life force, coming down to that center point of Planck. Because everything in our reality is a plasma vortex. So the stronger the vortex comes in, the stronger it goes out. So anyway, love you all so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me in this wonderful experiment of life, this journey of life, this game we're playing. And hope you're having an amazing day. And just remember that everything is love. Always, always, always. It's the only thing that's real. And we're just playing a game as consciousness right now, just to pass eternity, because otherwise it'd be a little bit boring. So we're having fun. It's a party. All right. So much love. Talk to you all later. Bye.